because JAM exam or UTME exam is a CBT test, then you need to know how to operate a computer. If you've never seen a computer before, if you've never operated a computer before, it's going to give you difficulty while doing the exam because you will be distracted. You'll be distracted, you'll be slow, you'll be confused at a time, you'll be trying to just let me say, how is this? How am I going to change to the next question? What am I going to press? Hope I did not press something wrong. So that is a distraction that is going to slow you down. And you know, JAM is a time based. There's a time frame for you to finish your exam and submit. And if you've not finished within that time frame, it's going to submit for you automatically. So the first thing is you need to know how to operate a computer, at least the basics. Know how to run on the computer, know how to use the mouse, or even if it is the keyboard, know how to do it, and that will save you a lot of distraction during the exam time. The second thing I will tell JAM candidate is to start reading 2 or 3 months before the exam date. Now, if already the time has already gone far, and you only have 1 month to study, you should read smartly for this 1 month. You should read smartly because it's not just reading, it's reading smartly, it's reading strategically. Because you can't just be reading anyhow, you won't get the result that you want. So, if you have only 1 month to study, you should read smartly. You should use the JAM syllabus as a guide. You should also use the past questions as a guide for you to be reading. So make sure that you start reading early, like read early. And if the time has already gone far, then utilize that time. If you already have 1 month to study, then increase the time that you read in a day. If you are reading for 2 hours before, now that it's 1 month or less than a month before the JAM exam, you should be reading 3 or 4 hours in a day, so that to cut off or to meet up with those time that you're supposed to be reading. There is a saying that practice makes perfect. The next tip is to practice JAMB question. Practice JAMB past questions. So if you have been reading and you've not been practicing JAMB past questions, then you're doing yourself, because you need that past questions as a guide to even test yourself that, okay, let me see if I can get this. Let me use this 2013 question, or let me use this 2022 questions and practice for myself. And this will be like a guide for you. It will be like an exercise for you to see that, okay, where are you lacking behind? If JAM should repeat this set of questions, where are you going to even score a very high score, or are you going to fail, or a lot of things. So you should practice JAM past questions. It's like the number one secret of winning in your UTME exam. So practice past questions. I made the mistake of not practicing JAM past question in my first JAM, and I really did not score a good. I really did not get a good score. So practicing past questions is very important for you. The next tip is don't ignore the theory part. If your subject combination has subjects that have calculations in them, don't focus on only the calculation and ignore the theory part. You should read the theory part as much as you do the calculation part. Courses like physics, mathematics, economics, maybe accounting, and all that, you should make sure that you focus on the theory part. Don't just use your energy on only the calculation part. Make sure that you are reading the theory part, because some candidates, because I'm not good with math, so I'm just going to focus on math and the calculation, and you leave the theory. At the end of the day, you see, maybe at that time JAM will not send questions that are 60% theory and 40% calculation, and you have now given your attention to the theory part, so it's going to cost you a lot. So make sure that you read the theory part if you are dealing with that. That is for candidates that are dealing with courses that have calculations in them. The next tip is don't let fear overwhelm you. Fear is a thief. it steals your success. So there's fear of failure, that I'm afraid I will fail. I don't know. This is not my first jam. This is my fourth jam. This is my fifth jam. I'm scared and all that. I wrote jam 4 times. So I know what I'm saying. Don't let fear stop you from reading. Don't let fear distract you. Don't let fear stress you out and make you to not be reading at all, or to make you anxious. And because if you're not focused, you will not be able to read well, and you're not going to be able to assimilate a lot of things, because already that fear has overshadowed you. So don't let fear overcome you, and let the fear make you to read harder. If fear is making you not to read, then it's stealing your success. Fear should make you read hard. Fear should make you put in more effort. So don't let fear overwhelm you. Don't let fear distract you. Don't let fear stop you from reading or giving it your all. And if it is not your first jam and you're thinking that, oh, I don't want to repeat the same mistake, no, use that past experience to treat the present. If you think that, okay, the first time you wrote your jam, you do not start reading early, then start reading early. If you believe that, okay, you give yourself maybe 1 hour a day to study, then this time around put 3 hours and double down on what you've done before. So your first jam should be your experience. Just like my first jam became my experience. And the second time I wrote jam, I got 182, and the first time was 142. And my fourth jam, I got 218. So if this is not your first jam, make sure that this is now an experience that you're going to leverage on, and double down on your effort. Another point is, don't depend on luck. If you depend on luck alone, you're not going to put on enough energy to read. So if you believe that it's luck that is going to make you win, or is going to make you get a high score, then you are doing yourself, because if you that luck did not match what you are expecting, you're going to be frustrated. So I know some people are lucky and all that, but luck does not work on all people. So don't believe that jam is luck, or I'm going to pray and that is sufficient for me. No, you're going to put in your hard work, you're going to read, you're going to do all the necessary preparatory step. Before then, you now pray, and then you leave your faith to luck and see what your luck has in store for you. And that luck is going to play out because you've already prepared for it. But if you do not prepare for it, then that luck is going to shock you. So for all those candidates that just I'm just going to read, though I'm not going to read, though I'm going to just pray, and then it's luck. That luck, I'm a lucky person. You are in for failure if you just believe it's luck that is going to make you uh, get a high score. So the last point is very important. For those of you who have parents or your guardians, you should communicate with them. You should talk with them, because sometimes our parents have a lot of expectation for us. They have this you must get 300, or you must get three something, and then you be overwhelmed, you'll be stressed out even before the day of the exam. So talk to them. Also make them know that you are doing your best, you are reading. If I'm a parent now and I've never seen my child read for once throughout the registration phase and after registration, the waiting period, and the day of the exam he just went away and wrote the exam, and he came back and he said he got 140. As a parent, I'll be very disappointed. So make sure that your parents know that you're putting in the effort. In case you did not meet up their expectation, or in case your point did not reach the what they were expecting from you, they know that you did your best, you put in your best, and they'll be able to they are not going to be mad at you, they are not going to blame you for getting a particular score. So but if your parents do not know that you are even reading, all the time they saw you with your phone chatting, they saw you watching ball, they saw you playing ball, they saw you doing a lot of other things, but they have not been seeing you reading, If you fail, they're going to be frustrated. So have that communication with them, make them know that you are reading, you're putting in your hard work, and have conversation with them in case that, okay, I did not get this particular point to study this particular course. Then if I get this particular thing, please don't be mad at me. I put in my effort and I'm going to do this particular course. I'm going to do change of course and do this particular course. Make sure that you talk to your parents or your guardians about this JAM exam. And very important tip, make sure that they pray for you before the exam, and even when you the day you are going for exam, even if you are not together, call them that, please, today is my exam day, I'm writing JAM today, please mommy pray for me, please father pray for me, uncle pray for me. So make sure that they are involved with you, they know that you are putting your best, and also they should also pray for you. And I wish you a successful UTME exam. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.